युञ्जात yoga atma visuddhaya. They are having made the mind one-pointed on that seat with the actions of the mind and the senses under control. Let him seated on the seat practice yoga for the purification of the self. And this self, of course, varies according to the context, the meaning of the self. So that we have seen yesterday, and we were encouraging the practitioners. Be not discouraged, nil desperandum. Never despair. Through regular and constant meditation, you can purify the subconscious mind and its constant memories. Subconscious mind we have to understand thoroughly to its inner existence. What is called subconscious mind? We know it as chitta in Sanskrit term, and it is very seldom, very often used. Chitta everybody knows. It is the subconscious mind which is in a seed form, which holds innumerable past trees and future trees within it in a dormant state. That potentiality is concentrated and they are present in the seed. So, how much depth is there? That is to be understood. So, that is the state of subconscious mind. So, how many inert impressions which are ready, always ready, if favorable conditions are available, they will come out as a seedling and they will start multiplying, every moment growing. So we have to deal with the subconscious mind. That is purificatory process slowly from gross mind, body, senses, that the first two steps of Patanjali Yoga, Raja Yoga, of course it is directly or indirectly practiced in all sorts of path of yoga. Everywhere it is understood that without these two code of conduct controlling the mind, senses, somehow or other, directly, knowingly or unknowingly, by taking some vows. In Bhakti Yoga also we see, we have to follow so many observances made by ourselves, and worshipping the God, that means controlling the senses and mind. We doing it from other activities and sanctifying on the flowers or the garland or the decorative all other items. That is indirect withdrawal of the mind, because you are interested in it. So do it as per the choice of the mind. So mind will be one-pointed at that particular work. So in this way, in all the paths of yoga, these are practiced knowingly or unknowingly. yama and niyama. That is code of conduct, efficacy, or the good behavior. So, by that slowly the withdrawal of the mind is practiced, and then of course we are coming to the posture of the body, so that body will be fixed steadily without any movement, wherein the senses and mind is indirectly involved in it. So the body is steady like a stone or a piece of wood. How can the mind work? The instruments are under lock. How can the farmer or the gardener do its job? It has to keep quiet. Generally, what do these police people or the other government servants do, if somebody somewhere they are doing some illegal constructions, they will come and take out all the instruments from the laborers. So naturally you have to stop the work. That is the policy. So in yoga also we follow the same tricks. Now we are dealing with the purificatory process of the mind, and the body is steadied. So one-pointedness is called purification. The senses are under control now forcibly, because body is steadied and senses are withdrawn from their objects. And now what will this mind do? It has to keep quiet. And slowly this mind, when it gets one-pointed, and slowly it will go inner and inner and inner. Mind will take the form of intellect. The grass becomes subtle, the water becomes vapor, and slowly intellect means little sharper, little subtler, and then when the intellect contemplates, and then it will come to a decisive point. So that is how naturally the purification is going on, directly or indirectly, and then when it goes to the subconscious mind, now it takes the form of impressions, and those impressions are in dormant state. And because mind was working, intellect was working, the senses and body were cooperating, so all those impressions who were dormant in the seed form, they get chance and come out, and they start doing actions and reaction. When the tree is there, it will have some fruits and again some seeds, and in this way one becomes many, many becomes many in chain reaction. In geometrical ratio, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 16, not 5 or 6. It goes on multiplying in chain reaction. You know what is chain reaction? The blasting of an atom. If one atom blasts, that is enough. Then it will blast the nearby atom, and in that way 1 will blast 2, 2 becomes 4. That is called chain reaction. And that is the theory made practiced in atom bomb, hydrogen bomb and other bombs. That is called chain reaction. And that's how the scientists were very much afraid when they wanted to see what is there inside an atom. They wanted to blast one atom. All the scientists were terrified. Maybe the whole world will go to hell. If you blast one atom, you cannot control. But somehow it was under control.
3 किलोमीटर का एक पैरा बना के उसके अंदर वो चेम्बर के अंदर वो बनाए पार्टिकल एक्सीलरेटर.
And they have to vacuum first. Then only that atom can be burst. Or else if it will touch the other atoms, you cannot control. Somehow they were very serious and very aware of it. They could do it. Anyhow, this is how the subconscious mind also works. If you tap it, then there will be blast. So one should be very, very careful. The memories are constantly in action, so one should be very, very active to have control over it. The fire of meditation will burn all thoughts. If the seed is fried up or it is burnt into ashes, then where will be those impressions, where will be those inert and centrified potency which is ready to blast? It will be under control. The fire of meditation will burn all thoughts. Be sure of this. Meditation is a potent antidote to annihilate the poisonous worldly thoughts. It acts like a reactor and controller, antidote. Be assured of this. That's why you are encouraged in the beginning, have nil desperandum. Don't be despair. Meditation on the immortal self will act like a dynamic and blow up all thoughts and memories in the conscious mind. That is called aware. Mind is aware of itself. If the thoughts trouble you much, then what to do? You cannot sit without movement. Your thoughts are always poking the body. They will try their level best to move the body and senses and help them, help the mind to act seriously. Do not try to suppress them by force. There will be reaction. Be a silent witness as in a bioscope. Bioscope, it is an old method. In those days, there was no cinema and all these things. Bioscope means they will make some binocular like where you can, yes, you can see many things. The slides will be passing and then you will see something, it is going on, and then you see, oh, you get happy. That is called bioscope. Have you seen it? No? Acha. Nowadays it is outdated. Now cinema hall also almost it is isolated. It is not cinema hall, it is isolation center. And nobody goes there. The fire of course, meditation on the immortal self will act like a dynamic and blow up all thoughts and memories in the conscious mind. If the thoughts trouble you much, do not try to suppress them by force. It will have reaction. Be a silent witness as in a bioscope. You cannot do anything, just watch it. They will subside gradually. Be an witness. Then try to root them out through regular silent meditation. Silence is called meditation. A beautiful story, practical, on some great Siddha. How do the Siddhas work and how do they behave? There was a great Siddha in somewhere in Gujarat, and he will be acting like a mad fellow sometimes, like a something. Nobody can know how do they behave. If he is sitting for some hours have passed, he doesn't know where, nothing is known. He is sitting just like a stone, eyes fixed somewhere in the sky. And all of a sudden, if he will be going, he will be going for days without rest. If he will sit somehow in a betel shop, "Oh, fellow, will you feed me some betel leaves?" "Yes." "Go on making." He will take so much and eat it and swallow. "Will you give me some bidis?" "Yes, take it." People used to be afraid of him. So they will obey. Whole bundle at a time. So in this way he behaves. Not always, sometimes. When that time comes, nobody knows. So he was somewhere roaming there. One of our known Swamiji, very dear to me, he had a kutir here and he used to come very often and spend time here. He was telling me the story. He heard the story of that Siddha, so he was very much interested to see him and to have some little satsang. So he was searching for him, and the people around this Swamiji's ashram, they know Swamiji very well. So they were asked, if you see that fellow somewhere, please report me. And they said once, Swamiji, that mad chap has been seen in somewhere near a village. Do you want to see him? Yes, yes. He hurried up and took some mangoes from the market, sweet, very nice mangoes, and rushed towards the village. Alas, when he reaches there, nobody is there. People said he has left the place. So our Swamiji came disappointed. Anyway, came to ashram. 1 or 2 days he kept these mangoes in the fridge, and then he thought, why to keep it? Ate it away. He didn't give it to somebody, but it was meant for Siddha, so it should not be distributed. He himself enjoyed those. After a few days, again somebody comes. Swamiji, Swamiji was found there. Or this time he rushed, didn't go to bazaar or took anything with him. He went there and he was found. The Siddha was found. He was sitting looking at the peepal tree, and some fellows were sitting around him. Everybody is silent. They are the smoker friends. Sometimes he used to do, sometimes when he feels like. So everybody is keeping silent. Swamiji went there, prostrated before him. He could recognize the person and sat silently before him for a long time. After half an hour, 45 minutes passed, Swamiji again prostrated, got up. महाराज जा रहा हूँ, आया था आपका दर्शन के लिए, कुछ सुन करके जाता तो जीवन का कल्याण हो जाता, फिर कभी मिलेगा चांस। इतना कह कर उठ खड़े हो गए, बैठ। सीधा ऑर्डर, sit down. Where is my mangoes? Huh? You have to pay. Where is my mangoes? My mangoes? You have swallowed it. He kept quiet. I knew it. Because he is really a all-rounder seer, 360 degree. He knows every atom, how it is moving and what it is doing. One with the universal mind. How the mind works is known, it is known to the universal mind. He is not that mind. So he said, down. You want to become a king? He starts with this. Yes, no, never mind. You can become a king. But you have to go up to the back of the elephant, and there is the golden throne, and over that golden umbrella, if you can sit there, you are the king of kings, emperor of emperors. But mind you, the elephant is mad chap. And don't try to go up by front. It will trample you down. Nobody can help you. See the chance. If you want to go over the elephant, the backside is the safest place. See, go back and somehow try to catch hold of the tail. And if you go up suddenly, the elephant cannot do anything. Let it be mad or a mighty fellow, nothing it can do. And then take the that is called anchor. And now the elephant cannot do anything. You are the king of kings. This much he said, got up and walked on. Everybody is sitting there. Swamiji was looking behind him, back, and came back. He was telling me the story. Did you understand the meaning? This mind is a mad chap. If you control it, you are the king of kings, monarch of monarchs. But how to control it? Don't attack it from front. It is a mad chap, mighty fellow. No hair you can stand before it. That means the subconscious mind is so strong. The gross mind is nothing before it. So, uddhared atmanatmanam, before it we have discussed. So, you have to become very serious and very careful. This gross mind is to be purified by and by tricks, by skill, and then only we can reach the subconscious mind successfully, and we can attack it from all sides. When you are sitting up, the anchor is in your hand. Subconscious mind cannot do anything then. Till then it can do anything and everything. That is what meant here. Don't attack it. Do not try to suppress them by force. Your prakriti janti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. There is also warning bell. Nigraha kim karishyati. Mind is nothing but nature itself. Your controlling will do has got no effect. Then should we give it up? No, that also is not there. You have to apply your skill. You have to apply indirect methods. You have to know fast. We have discussed already. You have to spy. Watch the thieves. Where do they live at night, and where they hide themselves at daytime? Where do they go, and in what dress? In civilian dress, or ordinary people, or in what forms? They take so many different forms. You have to spy them. And then when you know all their whereabouts, then all of a sudden, chapa mar. That is what they did at the time of that scandal. Veerappan. Some CIDs went there, becoming admirers, and becoming one among their parties. And slowly they could find out everything. and then all of a sudden from all sides of that forest could not save himself. This is the real process we have to follow. And they will subside gradually when the knowledge is kindled in your heart. Then try to root them out through regular silent meditation. After defeating the enemies, you can just not do march past and don't think now the kingdom is under the whole country is under your control. No, don't mistake it. You have to be there for long time continuously, and then you have to find out if the oppositions are raising their head somewhere. They will be always hidden somewhere, looking for chance. If you go home after march past, again they will come up and capture the capital. Don't be cheated by yourself. That is the common politics everywhere followed. You have to play politics with your mind. Sam, dana, danda, ved, all sorts of trials you have to try. During introspection, you can clearly observe the rapid shifting of the mind from one line of thought to another. How the senses change their objects and thereby the similar objects are changed. The mind also is, it acts according its old habits. In the brain cells there will be some particular minute microscopic furrows where the thought waves travel continuously. Once it is put there, they will go in the same channel. And how to derail them, how to control them, if you watch them and their working method, then only we can have some success. So watching is fast. That is called watching your mind and knowing the loopholes, how the mind acts and how it reacts, what happens if it flows in a particular way, how it changes also tracks, how the tracks are changed, not only one track it follows. So all these should be witnessed thoroughly well, then only you can have little control over the mind. That is called watching the mind, contemplation, and withdrawal, then only will be successful, or else forcible withdrawal has no effect at all. During introspection, you can clearly observe the rapid shifting of the mind from one line of thought to the other. Herein lies a chance for you to mold the mind properly. When it changes the tracks, at that time if you give some your choicest track, then it will flow in that way. So secret loopholes of mind, then only it comes under control. It is not easy joke. Therein lies the chance for you to mold the mind properly and direct the thoughts and the mental energy in the divine channel. All the channels are there. Mind doesn't flow in only negative channels. All the channels are open, but it's choice, it's a habit, it is habituated to flow in particular channels. So when it changes the track, at that time, you have to be watchful at the round circle, where all the tracks are connected. There, if you are aware, you can, if you are a policeman, traffic police, then you can divert the you see traffic any way you like. That is the trick. Sometimes they stop some roads because there is something is going on. So they divert the traffic in different ways. That is possible only where the round circle is there, not in the way. That is what applicable with mind also. If you can see, watch it, the traffic police, then you will be able to divert the truck. You can rearrange the thoughts and make new associations on a new sattvic basis. There it is possible. You can throw out, that means indirectly it is a hint for practicing or replacing good thoughts instead of bad thoughts. Your Yoga Sutra says, Pratipaksha Bhavana, that is not all of a sudden possible. No. At the nick of the hour, you have to hammer it. Then only you can replace the good thoughts. You can throw out worldly and useless thoughts, just as you remove the weeds and throw them out. It is agriculture subject. Weeds, unnecessary plants in the particular crop field. Even a paddy plant is called an weed in wheat field because it is not wanted. It is outsider. It will be taken as parasite. It takes away all the manure from the real crop, so it should be thrown out. It is called weeding. Weeding, taking out the unnecessary plants from the particular crop field. You can find them out. You remove the weeds and throw them out. You can throw these out and you can cultivate sublime. This is called thought culture. Hanji. It is not agriculture. Same, they go parallelly. It is called thought culture. नया संस्कारों को बनाना, replacement of good thoughts instead of negative unnecessary thoughts. They should be thrown out. They are weeds. And you can cultivate sublime divine thoughts in the divine garden of your mind. इसको कहते हैं नंदनवन, the garden of pleasure, which gives you eternal pleasure. So be a gardener and have thought culture. It is not horticulture, it is thought culture. When I came to ashram, Gurudev first time asked what you were doing. I said I was studying agriculture, Swamiji. Oh, we want agriculturists. That was his meaning. We want to teach thought culture. Just as you remove the weeds and throw them out, you can throw these out and you can cultivate sublime divine thoughts in the divine garden of your mind. This is a very patient work. This is a very patient work. Patience is your eternal friend. Sahasa vidadhitana kriyam. The law says, don't do anything all of a sudden. There is a saying, if you want to walk 6 inches, then you have to think for 2 feet ahead all round, and then you can step ahead. Don't take your front step without seeing, without knowing it. Maybe some shaking pebble will be there, you will fall down. So watch it before you step ahead. That is to be watchful. This is a very patient work. This is a stupendous task indeed. But for a yogi of determination, who has the grace of the Lord and an iron will, it is nothing before him. Gurudev used to say, if you have willpower, you can throw the Himalaya in Pacific Ocean. Nothing can stop you. That is what Hanuman did. It is one-pointed, strong willpower. Anything, oh Ram, his firm conviction, in the name of Ram, nothing is impossible in this world. That one-pointed belief, unshaken faith, that works wonder. That is called willpower. The strong, unshakable thought, faith, and conviction that is known otherwise in different terms as willpower. And such a will is otherwise also termed as Sat Sankalp, which manifests then and there. It has to take a step. That willpower will not fail. And this is how this world is created by the Creator Brahma. Whatever he thinks, it is the whole universe is nothing but thoughts taken shape, one name and form. Thoughts only. Brahma is nothing but universal mind. What then you can understand? Universal mind is called Brahma. And we are the sparks of it, so limited, so far away from the center, we have nothing. So this is how this willpower works. Calm the bubbling emotions, sentiments, instincts, and impulses gradually through silent meditation. Continuously the meditation should be practiced. It is continuous within meditation as it is practiced. I can say by my terminology, it is personal. It is nothing but you can entirely transmute your worldly nature into divine nature. So you can give a new orientation to your feelings by gradual and systematic practice. My terminology is meditation is, of course, from one angle it is a state, it is not a practice. Practice is to control the senses and mind. And when one-pointedness is achieved, that state is called meditation. And here we see from this analytical process, meditation is a mood, continuous mood. Continuous mood, it is not to be practiced for half an hour or 1 hour. It is a continuous mood of the mind. Though it will be doing everything outwardly, inwardly it is one-pointed. For example, just as the jokers have a always continuous mood. Whatever you say, they will take it, yes, they will take it as a fun and they will joke at you. Serious things they take so easily because the mood is continuously inside there. And the magicians also, I have seen many magicians, while walking they will show something to the children, something. They are always in that mood. And the poets, they will be doing everything, but they are in different mood inwardly. They are in always different world. So in this way, meditation from these all angles, if you see, meditation is a continuous mood. You have to practice it 24 hours. 24 hours, that is called Sahaj Samadhi for the realized souls. They have the same meditative mood all the time, and outwardly they, by the force of nature, they do something, they are not aware of it. This is how one should meditate. You can entirely transmute your worldly nature into divine nature. You can exercise supreme control over the nerve currents muscles, the five sheaths of the self, emotions, impulses, and instinct through meditation. You can go deep into the root of all these, and you can root it all this. Tomorrow we shall see the next samam kaya sirogrivam dharayan achalam sthira sampreksha nasikagram svam disaschan na avalokayan. How to withdraw the mind from outward world and how to have a fixed gaze, we shall see tomorrow. After sitting steadily on that posture, then how to withdraw the mind technically. Tomorrow we shall see. Hari Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnada Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai. Sachidananda Bhagavan ki jai. Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Gita Mata ki jai.